Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Joshua and this is Rooftop. Now, in today's workshop, we're going to be looking at how we can paint trees. So, we're going to be only focusing on trees. We're not going to be doing any landscape or anything as such. We're mostly just going to be looking at different types of trees, the different colors that we can use, so on and so forth. So, let's see what we can do. Okay, so I have all of this ready over here, and we can start off with, I think we can keep it this way. One second. Okay, so I will start off by just drawing a tree first. So whenever we do watercolors, correct? So whenever we do these paintings, we tend to keep the drawing super simplistic. We don't go for every leaf or every branch. We go for what is most observed, basically, or something that you can see at a distance and close by. So let's say over here, let's have a simple tree like this, then some grassland at the bottom, with this side also. Say something like that. What I'll do is I'll zoom in a little bit so it's a lot more visible. Yeah, okay, that is zoomed in quite a bit. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, so I will take my, I think for this I don't need a flat brush. I can use a round brush for this instead. Nice round brush. Okay, what I will do is I will take some green color first. I'll put some green color down, just like this. You can take a much lighter green, so like that. And I can start adding this down here. So normally I would lighten it up with a pencil, but for now I'm not doing so. Okay, I'll just put this down here like that. Down here, and I'll take a bit of yellow. This will add some nice contrast to the tree. So this one currently that I'm using, I wouldn't say it's 300. This will be somewhere in the higher 200 range. But yeah, if you want, you can use a 300 GSM paper. But otherwise, for like simple sketches or simple drawings, you can also use anything above like 250 or 220 onwards. So somewhere in that range. And then you can really utilize the paper well. This one I think should be around 220 to 260, somewhere around there. So the higher the GSM your paper is, the better you can do your watercolor painting. Yes, no worries. So I'll take some brown, just like that. Take it outwards, like this. But now we're not going to keep it just brown. What I will do is I'll take a bit of brown and mix a little bit of blue in it. And then I can maybe take a bit more. Yeah. And then I can darken this tree. So you see now already looks like there is, shadow falling onto it. Like that. And then in here you can take some green and then a little bit of blue. Like that. But then if it becomes too bluish, right, you can just take a little bit of brown and then neutralize the color. So basically make it a little bit dull so that it doesn't disturb or it isn't too saturated also. Now coming back to the tree, we're not going to leave it like this. So I've started with yellow, taken a bit of green, and then I will take a bit more green here, a little blue, a slight bit of brown, but a bit more blue you could say. So also if you want to darken green, you can mix red into it. So you see how dark it's become? So you just need to mix a little bit of red and it can start to really darken up. And see over here, it's more like I'm using a pen, it's very solid. So what I can do is I can just put this down first, like that. Then I'll take the same green again here with a little bit of a lighter green, and then I can blend it on this side. And if it's still too strong, you can take a bit of water and soften up these creases. There you go, see? It's nice and simple, nothing too complicated. Now let's look at another type of tree. So I think instead of drawing each and every one, I'll just start with the painting directly. So here I mixed a bit of brown and blue to get a darker color. Now over here, we'll have a slightly wider bark, like that, and then I'll take a bit of yellow, so this will be a slightly bushier tree, you could say. So I'll always start with yellow, especially if the leaves of the tree are green. Start with yellow, and then while it is still wet, take some green, mix a bit of blue, and start adding the other portion. So this seems to be a little too bluish, so I can take a bit of green. Like that, a little here, a little here. Clean my brush, take a bit of water, until you get this very soft color, and then while it is still wet, you can take a bit more of a paint and just apply it to places that we want to add it to, like this. here we can have a little bit of grass like that. So you see, for the grass over here, I am adding green and blue. So I'm using a lighter green with blue to get this nice green color over here. So this workshop is going to be it's going to be a little short, but it's going to be very to the point, like when it comes to drawing different types of trees. So now let's have a look at another type. So we can have, now this is brown color. It might look a bit reddish on screen, but that is a bit too much. So I'll just take water and spread this around. Like that. And then in this brown I will add a little bit of blue. Make sure you have more brown than blue. Add this color down here. A little bit like that. And then over here I can add sort of an autumn type of tree, you could say. So you can see 3 different types of trees that we can do. Now let's look at some more. So I will take the same color that I just used. I'll do it over here at the bottom. Okay. Widen this part out, and now I will take some orange color. I'll start with a much lighter tone, and I'll keep this water a little thick. And then I'll take a bit more of a darker color here, then just let it spread out a little bit. Now see, this doesn't seem to have enough water in it. There you go, much better. Now when I take this and I put this color down, like that. Clean my brush, take a bit of this yellow, and then you'll get a dual tone effect, you could see, like see over here. So this will mostly work only when the color is still wet, There you go, like that. There. So there you have an autumn tree also. This bark, I can darken it a little bit. Yeah, there you go. And then if you want to maybe say paint a bush, let's say, so I will start with some yellow color. So this one I'll draw it a little bit bigger. So let's say something like this. And I'm going to add quite a bit of water here. I'm going to make sure this area is wet and remains wet for the other colors that I will add to it. I'll just add a bit here. Okay. Now I'll take some green. Be a little bit more green. Then I can start. You see how it's wet? The color will start flowing by itself. So I've taken yellow and I've taken sort of like a light green, you could say, or a leaf green. I'll add this over here like that. Then I'll take the same green color and mix a bit of blue in it. You know what, we can try adding a little bit of red. Something like that. So I'll just try avoiding the light so you can see, like this. And then around it, over here this side, that's a bit too dark. So over here at the bottom and a little bit at the back side. So there you can have a bush also painted in that sense. There, like that. And so I have to lift it up so that you can see without the light reflecting off of it. And then if you want to add maybe something more to it, maybe from here you can add like a branch. You'll have to keep it very minimal. You don't want to add too much also. Just about like that. And then I can take some green color with a bit of yellow. And then just, add like these few leaves popping out. So it doesn't need to connect to the bush or to the branches that stick out. It's just to, give that sort of effect that, okay, there are leaves sticking out in that sense. So we'll have a look at a few more. Okay, now for this one I will take some brown color. Now if I want brown to be light, I think I'll show it over here. So you can see how dark this is. If I want it to be light, I will just add more water to this already brown that is there, and it will become much lighter. And if I add even more water, it will become even more lighter. So that way you do not need to mix any white in it. Or for watercolor, you don't really mix white, unless what happens sometimes is, say if you're painting like a building or something and you want a highlight to be there, then now this will sort of ruin this drawing, but it's just to show you. Then you can take only white and then start adding spots like this. But then your white will need to be thick enough that it comes over, so there will be very less water. It will be more like poster color or gouache paint. It will be something similar to that. So that's how you would use white. Otherwise you don't really have any use for it. Okay. Now I can add. Okay, we'll try something different. Something like a tree in the night. So I'll take some blue color. Like this. I'll add a bit of, oh, sorry about that. Add a bit of blue down here. Take this. So the thing about painting, right? Now if you want to, now why do we paint? We can easily just grab pictures or click pictures with our phone, and there's no need to really paint anything. Technically, if you see, painting is useless. There is no what do you say? There's nothing valuable about photo. But the difference between painting and pictures is that we can choose how we want to visualize a scene, whereas a camera would just visualize the scene as it is, or it would just capture the scene as it is. But when it comes to painting, right, we can add our own colors, we can add our own drama, we can add our own contrast. There's so much that we can do when it comes to painting. One second. Oh, there is black color, my bad. I'll take some red color here. So I'm gonna mostly focus on blue and purple for this one. So over here like this, a little bit down. Now I can take another brush, and this part is quite fun. So I'll add a bit of water over here. So there's nothing on this brush besides water. Like this. Now I have some slight purple color here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, there you go. It gives it a very foresty, a very night type of, feeling. Over there, and a little bit at the bottom also over here. So that way we can add our own contrast, our own drama to it, our own colors. So don't limit yourself to just what you see. Try to add your own colors to it. Now I can do a workshop on color theory so we can understand how we can come up with color combinations also. So these are a few of what we have made. Okay, but I think if you all are interested, you can let me know in the comments. I can hold a workshop where we can have a color theory workshop, and I can show you how to use the colors, how to color match, how to create this very dramatic effect, and how we can use colors in a way that we want to, so that we can understand and we can try to maybe portray emotions also in our paintings. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I will see you all again tomorrow. So until then, take care and bye bye.